it's going, Malaysia. Beautiful start by Michael Schumacher. Rubens Barrichello not so good. Coming up fast is Ralf Schumacher. Behind him is Jarno Trulli cutting through on the inside. Barrichello blocks him off, and Barrichello and up into second place, but now spinning it goes Ralf Schumacher. Is anybody going to hit him? Ralf Schumacher made a terrific start, but he's lost it. Spins the car round again. And coming up behind him, one of the Jaguars. All his terrific work at the start has been completely nullified. And up into third position in the Jordan comes Jarno Trulli, followed by
Coulthard. That was Coulthard. He had an amazing first corner.
Up from 8th position.
Ralf Schumacher comes round the outside, the white car around the outside of the second Ferrari, and I believe Barrichello nerfs Ralf Schumacher out of the way into an inevitable spin. Watch Coulthard sneaking up the inside there to take that 4th place now.
Well, oh, look at that! Michael Schumacher off, and is he out of the race? He's kept an absolute roar from the crowd. Barrichello goes into the lead. He's off. Amazing, both the Ferraris off. And Jarno Trulli leads the Malaysian Grand Prix as it starts to the rain. What amazing! And here's a replay of Schumacher in the lead and Barrichello behind him.
I believe they went off probably initially on some oil from Panis's blown up BAR Honda. One Ferrari following the other through the gravel traps. That's caused a few heart attacks back in Maranello, but they both just got away with it, and now it's raining hard. They'll have to come in for wets at the end of this lap, I believe.
Safety cars out. I'm not surprised, because look at this, the conditions are impossible.
Two Jaguars line astern in the pits then, so the Jaguars in together. The Ferraris went around one more time.
Trulli is off. Jarno Trulli has gone off the track. He was the man who was leading the race when the rain started coming down. As out of the pits after 1 minute and 12 seconds goes Rubens Barrichello.
A big pile of gravel, Murray, where Barrichello was parked, so they were cleaning out the side pods, and I assume they're going to have to do the same to Michael Schumacher. The only saving grace here for Ferrari is that under the safety car conditions, they will catch the back of the pack up without too much difficulty.
Safety car it pulls off and the race restarts, but remember, no passing until they cross the line, which gives David Coulthard the opportunity to sprint away. Verstappen is challenging Frentzen.
Frentzen asleep there, let Coulthard go, and he's got Verstappen then able, not close enough to have a look at the inside, but Coulthard caught them all sleeping, particularly Frentzen.
Verstappen having a real go at Heinz-Harald Frentzen as we look through the ball of spray, and Jos Verstappen goes through at the hairpin. Terrific bit of driving. Jos Verstappen, second place. Verstappen second, Frentzen third, Hakkinen going through and taking that third position. So Frentzen has lost 2 places. He's lost second place to Jos Verstappen. Now he's lost third place to Mika Hakkinen. And McLaren are first and third. Who would have thought this could have happened half an hour ago?
And Michael Schumacher has passed Rubens Barrichello somewhere out on the track.
Surely Frentzen must have a problem. He's now lost yet another place as Ralf Schumacher storms through. Coulthard leads, Verstappen second, Hakkinen third. Ralf Schumacher is up to 4th. There he is. Frentzen down to 5th. Michael Schumacher is 6th. Michael Schumacher in the Ferrari up into 6th position.
Schumacher, as ever, very well hooked up and already shaping up to go right round the outside of Frentzen. That's incredible. Into turn 12. And just amazing, just drove right around the outside of him. So Schumacher then up to 5th place. And Hakkinen having to defend his line, but it's no good. Schumacher's gone right around the outside for the 2nd time in 2 laps of another car, and Schumacher on the rampage.
As he drives round the outside of double world champion Mika Hakkinen. Look how close it is between the Ferrari and the McLaren, and the McLaren it's Rubens Barrichello there battling against Mika Hakkinen, and he's going, and he does it. Rubens Barrichello passes Mika Hakkinen just as his teammate Michael Schumacher did. Verstappen is entitled to take the racing line where he wants it to be, and he is doing it fairly and squarely.
Yes, the wetter part of the track. Now Michael's got the run up the inside into 9, and it begins to dry up now. So Michael then slicing through into second place, easily as it happens, and I'd be absolutely sure he's on the intermediates, just by the way he's driving around the outside of people.
And now Michael Schumacher goes for it as they come down to turn 1, and then the left-hander at turn 2 and through.
Yeah, you can see the pattern on the tyres, Schumacher on different tyres, no doubt about it. It's clear to see from the pattern along the top and, of course, the speed through these dry corners. So Ferrari then, whilst it took a long time to find any tyres, at least they put the right ones on.
They found the right ones.
When they did.
So, and now the battle is between Jos Verstappen there for 3rd place and Rubens Barrichello behind him, with Mika Häkkinen in 5th place, Ralf Schumacher, and now there is Barrichello surging past Jos Verstappen.
Those wets do not like dry corners, and that's why Barrichello can simply drive right past him. He gets a lot more bite out of the corners and just builds up speed so much faster.
You're looking now at Ralf Schumacher in the Williams BMW, challenging Heinz-Harald Frentzen, who retains his lead, who is attacked again by Ralf Schumacher, who has to back off. The series of bends means that the man on the inside has the advantage, and it's first one and then the other.
Yeah, and stonking speed from that Williams BMW, and Ralph's got up the inside, but that's going to be a bit nip and tuck, and Frentzen having to yield there, really. But now is the right moment to be on slicks. Why is Michael Schumacher over a minute ahead? Well, they put intermediates on during the pace car, and he stayed on them. He has not come in the pits to put on the slicks, and he is still easily by over 3 seconds faster than anybody else on the racetrack.
And Ralf Schumacher having a look at Mika Häkkinen as they come down the straight. Now this BMW's got colossal grunt, and he goes past. So Ralf Schumacher moves ahead of Mika Häkkinen and takes 5th position in the Malaysian Grand Prix.
That was a very late, very late attempt there from Ralf, and Verstappen will be doing well if he can. There's no space for him there, so Ralf really a brave one and left Jos Verstappen to avoid an accident.
So Ralf Schumacher moves up into 4th place.
And he's through, sorry, he's through in 13.
And Verstappen doesn't give in. He tries to go through on the inside. He's trying again. Jos Verstappen is a fighter every inch of the way. Mika Häkkinen got past him. Jos Verstappen has refused to give way and refuses still to give way. Runs wide. And Frentzen goes through on the inside. He's going to take both of them. No, he isn't. He takes Häkkinen. Häkkinen, far from gaining a place, has lost one. Wake up the man on the right. No sleeping in the Ferrari pit. Michael Schumacher certainly isn't. Look at him, there he is, lap 46, 9 to go at the end of this one. And if he does that, it will be, as I said earlier on, a quite magnificent 6th successive win from 6 pole positions. And Michael Schumacher is coming up now to the last corner to win again in Malaysia, to take 10 Drivers' World Championship points. As Michael Schumacher wins in Malaysia, the question is, who is going to be 5th? Is it going to be Ralf Schumacher or Mika Häkkinen? Michael Schumacher beats Rubens Barrichello, his teammate, for a Ferrari 1-2 by 23.6 seconds. David Coulthard, 28.5 seconds behind the winner.
Frentzen 4th, Ralf Schumacher 5th, Häkkinen final point in 6th.
You can't call this race boring. It was very exciting. I mean, I thought it was all finished by whatever lap number when the rain started, and I went off the circuit. I was seeing the barrier already very close and thinking, that's my part now. And then I saw Rubens just coming next by the same corner. So actually we were lucky that the car stood in shape and didn't get heavily damaged. And we were able to do the race we did finally.
Well, we made the good choice on the tires, and unfortunately the pit stop took so long. I mean, it was